And I don't know if you guys ever watch like Gary Vee, or I don't know what you guys think about Gary Vee and stuff.
Yeah.
But I watch a lot of like Gary Vee, and like he kind of pumps me up to like not make excuses and stuff like that. And
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna. I was like fully on board with what you were saying. Uh, don't listen to Gary Vee if you want to sit on the couch, because it's not gonna happen. Like Gary Vee will get you. And is it just me? Does he like get on YouTube and tell you to get your lazy ass off the couch? Like,
Yeah, oh, he's the best. I love that attitude so much. He is literally what pushed me to quit my job. He is literally what pushed me to quit because it was really scary. I mean, I was me my in, that was my income. It was my only income, and I was downgrading to a job that paid me like I literally quit. I quit my job in December 2018 at Titmouse. My only income. And before I quit, I got a part-time job. I made sure like I was going to be able to pay my bills somehow. So I got a part-time job as a lifeguard. I used to lifeguard in college and in high school and stuff. So I had to.
there's a video on that too.
Yeah, I love lifeguard. The lifeguard one's great.
But like, I had to get my lifeguard certification again. So one of those weekends, I had to go in, I had to swim like 50 laps. I had to jump to the bottom of the pool, get a brick. Like I had a whole weekend of training to be a lifeguard. I got my lifeguard certification. I got the job. And basically they said, you could start, this day and you can work this many hours. And that was going to be just enough to pay my bills, like barely pay my bills. So I put in my 2 weeks at, Titmouse, and I was like, I'm quitting to be a lifeguard for $7 an hour. No, it was like, I think it was like $10 an hour or something. So basically I took this giant risk of quitting my career job to be a part-time lifeguard. And that was going to be my hustle, like lifeguarding in the morning, doing YouTube at night, lifeguarding in the morning, doing YouTube at night. And then from January to June, I wasn't getting any money from YouTube, zero. I mean, like $1 a month, maybe. So I had to just hustle and put out videos every month. And my goal was like, okay, how can I make this happen? How can I blow up? And I learned about how, I learned about the little tricks with the algorithm. Like if you, when you post a video, if you get a lot of traffic onto that video right when you post it, that triggers the algorithm to want to share your video more. So that's why we all as YouTubers encourage our subscribers to press the bell, like the notification bell when you subscribe.
Right.
Because if they watch my video right when I post it, I'm going to get a better response than if they watched it like 2 days later. Yeah. So I was trying to think like, okay, if I collabed with a big YouTuber and I asked that person to give me a shout out right when I posted my video, I should be able to possibly get a lot of views at one time. And I started like just strategically coming up with all these like ideas. And so that's exactly what I did. I joined a YouTube Tim. He's really big. He's over 1 million subscribers. He's an animation, storytime animation community too. And I joined his Patreon, which was like $120 a month, which is like money I did not have at all. My savings was burning away. But I knew if I joined his Patreon, I would have to get his attention. Like he'll have to notice me if I'm paying him $120 a month. So after a few months, because he like didn't really check his Patreon. So after a couple of months, he didn't get back to me. I'm like, holy shit, I'm spending a lot of money on this. And I need to get noticed. I'm like, hello. So then he, after the third month, he's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't know that you were my Patreon. So anyway, what happened was he's like, I'm so sorry. How can I make it up to you? He's like, how about this? I'll give you a shout out at the end of my next video. And I was like, wow, like that's like one of the nicest things you can do as a big YouTuber. Because if you're giving a shout out is one of the best things you can get when you have 1 million something subscribers. So I said, how about you give me a shout out at the same time as I post my next video? And that, like, literally, that's exactly what he did. And that's exactly how it all happened for me. Thanks to Tim Thompson. Yeah. The algorithm, like, exploded after that. Yeah.
And what's cool is I don't know what it is about the art community, just kind of in general, where there's this mine mentality, right?
Yeah.
There's enough out here for everyone.
Yeah.
You know, and doing something like that, like getting a shout out that's going to change your life, like why wouldn't you do that?
I agree. And that's what me and Tim Tom were talking about afterwards, because now we're friends. And I said to him, like, dude, you changed my life. This is my career now. Like, in a month, this became my career because of him. And he said that actually it helped his channel, because apparently another trick that is, if you say, go check out this channel, if you're watching a YouTube video and they say, also go check out this channel, and you as a viewer click on that channel, you get rewarded as the person who done that channel. Yeah. So that video that he shouted me out on actually did extremely, I think he has like almost 5 million views on it or something. Like, it did extremely well, because so
it's a good thing that he met you. You changed his life.
Oh, no. Like, it's just, my point is, if we can help each other out by, like, him helping me out helped him out. So it's like, I don't know why we all don't give each other more shout outs and stuff. I feel like I'm all for it. I'm all for stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree. Which leads me to a very good question from, hang on, let me switch this up. From Chris. And sorry, Chris, I know you posted this a long time ago, but it reads, what inspired you to do animation, and who was your biggest support for your passion?
What inspired me to do animation? I mean, just like I said, like my biggest passion is just creating characters, creating their personalities, creating the chemistry. I almost feel like, is there a job in the industry that's like a specialist of like character development specialist or something? I feel like there should be like a job where you specialize in like just like creating each character personality. It's like, that's my favorite thing in the world. It's like for example, like, so I guess to answer that question is like, Hey Arnold was one of the biggest inspirations to me.
Nice.
And the reason why I loved that show, I grew up on it, and the reason why I love that show is because if you notice how smart the writers are, they don't just make an episode about like just Arnold. Like, they have episodes about even like the like secondary characters, the third, the character, every single person in Arnold's class has their own dedicated episode. So what I feel like is so awesome about that is you get to fall in love with every single character. Like, I don't know if whoever watches Hey Arnold or whatever, but like Eugene has his own episode about being a Jinx, and Harold has his own episode about being the fat boy or whatever. And, even like, I even forgot their names, but that bug girl, the girl with the braids, and she has her own episode, and like, Rhonda has her own episode about being the rich girl, like gets poor. And like, anyway, every single character has a background and a reason to root for them, and a reason to kind of, I guess, want, if you like the show, like if you don't like Arnold, you'll like somebody, you'll have to like watch the show. So the amount of character development in that show, like, is so inspiring to me. You just fall in love with every single one of those characters because they all have a story, and you get to know every single one of them. So I guess like all the 90s cartoons is what made me want to make cartoons. And that's why in 4th grade, I just created and developed Kate and Kitten. I still do to this day, is because of Nickelodeon. Like, I have a crush on Nickelodeon, like, since I was a kid. So pretty much, I think that answers.